What they do, TNA crew? This your boy Tay.
This your boy Amp.
We're 10 Ants and we're back at it with another death battle video.
And today's death battle is Martian Manhunter, DC, versus Silver Surfer, Marvel. Guess who's gonna win? Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't really follow either of these characters. I don't really follow.
You don't know any feats of them. You just
know Silver Surfer from that one movie. Was
the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I just know him from that one movie.
That's all I met him from. But then I learned certain things about him in the comic.
In that show, in that show they did. That kid show.
Oh, the
Superhero Squad show.
Superhero Squad show. Yep, that's what it was.
Honestly, I just like the opening.
The opening was pretty fire. For some reason, it has the cadence of Teen Titans a little bit.
Right. It's just cringy though.
A little bit. Low key.
For one thing, man, Iron Man isn't as cocky as he is in the. He isn't as cocky
in like regular form. Yeah.
He isn't as arrogant.
Of course, because
he's a team player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're showing this to kids, so you don't want him to.
That sickens me.
I mean, you gotta make it less.
I don't think Spider-Man's in it at all.
He didn't show up at all.
He's not in it at all.
That's right, because all the characters have their eyes popping through their costumes.
That has nothing to do with it.
I think it does.
It doesn't though.
The character design for Spider-Man will look stupid, and it kind of.
Bro, Miss Marvel's in it, and their eyes doesn't pop out of the mask.
That's because the mask already has holes in it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? Spider-Man's moniker or his whole thing is that he can't be,
Honestly, my take is that he's not. My take is he's probably not in it because everyone would prefer Spider-Man over these other characters.
Everybody else, he would take the shine.
Especially to younger audiences.
He would take the shine more than the other ones.
Yeah, but I guess I'm team Martian. I mean, like I don't know who will win, but it claims that Silver Surfer will win.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. Well, I'm not saying I agree because you don't agree, but I think so.
But let's find out what happens.
Yep.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Netflix's One Piece and Shady
Rays.
Rooster teeth.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth is everywhere.
Roosters don't have teeth.
Martian Manhunter, DC's Space Ranger.
Everyone knows that. It's not a side note.
Marvel's Sentinel of the Spaceways. The depths of space hold secrets beyond our comprehension. But these sage superheroes have seen more of it than any of us could ever hope to. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. For as long as mankind has looked upon the night sky, the stars have beckoned the brave to search the unknown and explore its endless wonders. Like Dr. Saul Erdell, who's kind of a doctor in the same way Dr. Pepper is a doctor. This guy's got no formal education, but that didn't stop him from messing around with some ancient tech he stumbled upon. He was desperate to live out his boyhood dreams of exploring the cosmos. So with the tech's advanced capabilities, Erdell created a machine that would bring the cosmos to him. He pointed the machine at Mars, pushed a button, and hoped for the best. And it worked.
Make a dream come true by subscribing.
Right before his very eyes. So remember, kids, when in doubt, just push buttons. Never fail.
Bro,
the mysterious and powerful alien known as John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, immediately started using his incredible powers in front of the Doctor, like mind reading and shape-shifting. Which was just the tip of Erdell's discoveries. Turns out, Martians have complete control over their bodies and can transform into practically anything, like a freaking dragon, an exact duplicate of Wonder Woman down to her central nervous system, or even a totally generic green monster that loves choco cookies. They can also shoot lasers from their eyes, fire psionic blasts, turn invisible, and phase through anything. Even Green Lantern constructs and force fields that Superman couldn't get through. On top of all that, they've got a crazy healing factor. John has regenerated back from a single limb, tiny pieces, or even a puddle of goo. This display of awe-inspiring power overwhelmed Dr. Erdell's poor human heart and caused him to die in the Martian's arms. Damn! Well, at least he accomplished his goal before he bit the red dust, right? Anyway, John used his shape-shifting abilities to hide amongst his new world by assuming the identity of a recently deceased detective named John Jones. God, what a crazy
What?
coincidence, comic book writer,
Funny.
you clever man. Detective John Jones lived a double life on Earth for many years, solving cases and helping as many people as he could from the shadows. But eventually, he stepped out, revealing himself to the world, and helped found the Justice League of America. And John definitely holds his own in the supergroup. He once pulled the Earth alongside Wonder Woman and Superman, who has stated that of all the beings in the known universe, he would be afraid to fight John. And he should be afraid. Superman wouldn't be the first Kryptonian John has gone toe-to-toe with. He's manhandled Ultraman, who's basically evil Superman from another universe, and Superboy Prime, who can shatter reality with his punches, and is also evil Superman from another universe. He took a blast from Asmodel, the king angel from a literal army of heaven. He's held his own against Darkseid, the manifestation of tyranny in the DC universe. And he's fast enough to catch up to Supergirl and Superman, who we know flies so fast he can burst the bonds of infinity. So basically, he's just as strong and just as fast as a bunch of crazy gods and demons. While Jean's strength and speed are obviously very impressive, it's also no secret that his greatest
was
asset
him in
is his
Injustice.
mind.
Yeah.
He's one of the most powerful telepaths in all of the DC universe. He reads minds, duh,
Lord,
but
if he
can
can read
also
the
shut them
Joker's
down
mind.
altogether. And he once made Mr.
Stop him.
Plexiglass, Mr. Mixed Pickles. Fuck your name, that's whatever. Anyway, he got him
I'm
to
not
subconsciously
gonna
say his
try.
own name
Pissed me off.
backwards, which God only knows because I
I
can't
saw
say
how
it
dumb it
forwards,
was.
which canceled out his powers. His psychic defenses were strong enough to protect the Justice League against a worldwide telepathic attack, and his ability to sense people's feelings is so strong he can feel
Why
every
is that
sentient
comic
being
book
in the
looking mad
entire
real?
galaxy. And he once outthought Perpetua from the Omniverse. Who's that, you ask? Oh, just the freaking creator of the entire multiverse. She's basically the god of everything. Jean needed to connect his consciousness with everyone on Earth before Perpetua could catch up. He pulled this off by using his mental abilities within the span of Planck time, literally the smallest possible measurement of time. In the time it takes you to count to 1, Jean could count to 1 and fly across the universe and back over 200 sextillion times. He outthought God.
That's
He's a
actually
faster
insane.
thinker than God. And it didn't end there. John took a punch from her and walked away with just a bloody nose. And when she disintegrated him into basically nothing, he regenerated back from a hit from God. Batman has said that in order to
I don't know,
kill
maybe
Jean
my
for
guy might have a
good, he would
chance.
have to literally destroy every
kinda
single
sounds like
atom
he-
in his body, one by one. God damn. If I didn't love alliteration so much, I'd say we change this guy's name to Martian God Hunter or something. He's basically invincible, right? Not quite. Jean is not without weakness. He has a very real vulnerability to fire. At times,
does
it has
that look like
completely
Thanos?
overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body. And not just literal fire either. John was once tricked into just thinking he was surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him. Even still,
Oh, so
Sean has been
double-edged
able
sword,
to overcome
okay.
this weakness. He's fought enemies with fire abilities and even taken hits from fire attacks, which leads me to believe the weakness, while potent and still able to cause real physical harm, is mainly psychosomatic.
Or he's about to think something.
What are you doing? I heard what you said. Weakness to fire is just in your head.
Fuck!
No way you did that.
Yes.
Another win in the mind column for sure. And to think there's a whole planet of these guys out there. Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. Before Dr. Erdell's strange experiment, Jean's own brother used the Martians' telepathic connection to each other against them. And the
That's a
entire
torch.
planet was
Yeah.
plagued with Ronmir's curse. As long as they stayed telepathically connected, every Martian was vulnerable to a mental fire that would overwhelm them and burn them from the inside out. Which sadly worked very well, because the fear of fire is something Jean shares with his fellow Martians. Centuries earlier, the
I could see
Guardians
the
of the
waves.
Universe, a
I
group
saw
of
them.
mortal
Yeah.
aliens who run the Green Lantern Corps, feared that the Martian race could become too strong. So they programmed the Martians with that genetic weakness to fire.
That's right.
John was able to survive the fiery curse by cutting off his mental connection to his people, including his family. Unfortunately, his wife, Myria, and their daughter couldn't live with the isolation, and he had no choice but to watch them give in and burn alive.
Yikes.
Racked with
Damn.
grief and survivor's guilt, Jean was left to wander his homeworld all alone.
Hey, don't
His
mind me, I'm
only
just eating
solace
my
being
Popeyes.
shape-shifting into his lost loved ones to convince himself they were
Sponsored by
still
Popeyes.
alive. Oh my God! Jesus, John! That is so sad.
That
The
is-
pain has
Whoa.
undoubtedly
What?
John is. In fact, the trauma he held onto so tightly formed a literal spiritual connection with those lost souls. A telepathic connection so strong, it kept them from finding peace in an afterlife. Let me say that again. His grief and telepathy were so strong, he prevented an entire race of people from moving on to the afterlife. It wasn't until years later that John could return to Mars and release those souls by finally letting go. And not to forget them, but to embrace his new life and his new home. A place he would defend time and time again to make sure the Earth never suffers a fate similar to Mars. To experience all of that, to truly know what it feels like to be alone in the vast universe, but continue to use your wisdom and power to help those in need, is what makes the Martian Manhunter such a noble hero.
Come here. You're not alone.
Other incredible heroes,
you're not alone. Just embrace it. You're not alone. You're
emerged the heart and soul of the Justice League.
See, man, you're not alone.
How many did you watch?
Zen La, a virtual utopia, free from any and all crime, poverty, and disease. And home to Norrin Red, which I've got to say is the sickest, most radical name I have ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, what's his name?
He was a brainy kid who was raised to live a life of reason and intellect over one of gnarly adventure. That is, until the technologically advanced society came under threat from the devourer of worlds, Galactus. So Norrin struck up a deal with the World Muncher.
Other people always want to
for
conquer the
sparing his planet,
universe.
Mr. Red
It
offered
just
to
seems
leave
like a
his home
hassle,
behind,
you know?
become
Being
Galactus'
charged with
herald,
big, but
and seek
some
out
people
new
want
planets
power
for him to
and-
scarf
It
down.
just seems like a
And once
hassle.
Galactus agreed to the deal, he imbued his new herald with the power cosmic, transforming him into the Silver Surfer. An equally
What does he
dubious
surf
name.
on,
Duper
necessarily?
two. Wow, you rarely
A
see it.
cosmic
The
board.
power cosmic grants the Surfer near unlimited energy, as well as matter manipulation, phasing, super strength, speed, and invulnerability, just to name a few. The Surfer's basically got all of
that's a
Galactus'
dick
space magic,
hacks.
just on a smaller scale. And Galactus
What does
uses
hack
that
mean?
power to fight guys like the
Like, you have a lot-
In-Betweener, an
like-
abstract being from the overspace. The Surfer
hacks,
used
like-
the power cosmic to serve Galactus
lot of
diligently for
advantages.
nearly 100 years, during which he ensured that the planets consumed were devoid of sentient life. That is, until the Surfer accidentally offered up a planet with life, which drove him crazy with guilt. So Galactus tried his best to suppress the Surfer's emotions, erase the painful memories, and make it easier for him to find planets with tasty, delicious life, guilt-free. How nice of him. And it worked for a while until the Surfer
Crazy.
reached Earth. Galactus's mighty mind manipulation wasn't enough to bury the Surfer's true nature for good. With the help of Alicia Masters and the Fantastic Four, the Surfer turned against his overlord
Silver
and
was a
saved
puss.
the Earth from being eaten. But even after
That's
all
what I'm saying.
that, Galactus just
Silver was a
let the
puss.
Surfer keep his powers. At any point, he could have just taken
You're
them
hating.
back. Being the source
not.
of the Surfer's powers, yes, he could.
just
But
saying,
Galactus
man.
has continued to let the Surfer have the power cosmic out of respect for his first herald.
Feeling sorry for
Damn.
yourself?
See, that's the kind of respect
Got
I'm
confidence
asking
in
from
your
you.
past,
Anyway,
just
ever
having
since
somebody
those
like the
mental
memory.
gymnastics with Galactus,
He didn't-
the
Total
Surfer
pussy.
made sure
I don't-
nothing like that would
did it
ever
say
happen
he
again.
had him,
And he's
or
been
did
successful,
Galactus did
like
it
when
on his
Psycho
own?
Man failed to trick the Surfer with his illusions, or when he was briefly trapped in the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using the Mind Stone. With some of those mental threats behind him, he could finally take to the spaceways, kick ass,
His
and
power
monologue
matches
about
all
the
6
meaning of life in the
Infinity
universe.
Stones.
All of
Infinity
which
Stones.
he's quite
He
good
does.
at, especially that last one. It's thanks to
I
the
know that
abilities
because
afforded
of
to
the
him through
Superhero
all that
Collection,
cosmic energy.
unfortunately.
It's seriously crazy. He can rearrange the molecules of anything he wants into anything he wants. He can force you to just feel pain in general, and he can even control elements. Not
That's
just
my
earth,
form
of
wind, and
force.
fire, but
Forcing.
anything in a boogie wonderland like gravity
Stop,
and the weather.
don't
He's got
punch
enough
him.
power and energy
Don't punch
inside
him, I
him
don't
that he
want
once
to.
created an infant
See?
star to serve as a new light source in a universe
forced myself.
devoid
The
of light.
surfboard
So
can
just
turn
when
to
he
weapons.
needed it, he was able to pop out a
Surfboard.
baby son.
Surf.
That's
Say that,
convenient. That's the power cosmic. But we can't forget about the sick board he shreds the stars with. This thing's basically an extension of himself. He can transform
That's
it into a
so
sweet
cool,
sword
though.
or into pure
but
cosmic
why a
energy.
board,
And if
though?
it breaks, he can
It's
just
'cause
form a
it's
new
cool.
one. On his board, the Surfer has traveled at incalculable speeds on multiple
Yeah, but he
occasions.
can turn into
He can fly
anything.
faster than Thor,
He
and
decides
even
to turn
once
into
flew
a
so fast,
board.
he reached the
Why not a
future.
car?
Even
Well,
without his board, he once broke free from energy
A
shackles
car in
that
space
would
would just
zap
look like
away
a
his
ship.
power within the next nanosecond.
This nigga's
Not it,
surfing
bruh. He once
in
outsurfed a
space.
wave of universal destruction.
I was
He had
waiting
to
for this
surf
fool
out
to
of
make a surf
existence
trope.
says it was being torn apart. Now, I've seen some choice waves in my day, but if you ask me,
cool.
that's one too big.
I didn't think about it until just now. He's surfing in space.
You're hitting it real hard
Let's
with
get
all
some
this
real nar
surfing
on those banks,
lingo.
bro.
He's honestly not that kind of guy at
No
all.
one says nar.
I just disagree with you,
No
dude.
one.
You are carving up
Agree
my
to disagree,
brainwaves
dude.
into an E-frame swell that I just can't bail. I'm waxed, man, waxed. The Silver Surfer
What?
is a tragic
Never
figure
heard that
who is
one.
always weighing his choices through every angle of morality. Like when he set out to destroy
Yeah,
the
he's a
new
big
host of the
morality
Star
guy.
Brand, an energy source that grants his wielders virtually infinite power, capable of wiping out all life on Earth.
Also,
The
who are
Star
these
Brand
pussies who
seems
keep
to
creating
choose a new
power
unknowing
that can
host at
destroy
random.
things?
Could be a good guy,
Why
could
do
be
they
the
make it
most
so
evil
easy to
person ever
obtain?
exist. But despite that threat,
That
the
is
Surfer
true.
spared the new Star Brand
I wouldn't
once
say
he
they're
found out
easy.
she was carrying a child. He decided to bear the weight of any potential consequences on his own shoulders instead of squashing any and all hope that the child would use that power for good. I get it. He's a righteous dude on a surfboard. Exactly. And in the surfer's case, a keen sense of morality also comes with a keen sense of his surroundings in general. He can see enemies even when they're invisible and can sense incoming threats, to the point where he can sense someone approaching
What?
even before
Hey,
they've
man,
left their
they-
own home. He can also absorb energy his opponents throw at him. Anything from psionic energy to a freaking star. The surfer can even do it when he's on death's door. Hey, Wiz, what do you think the doormat on death's door says? Probably like, knock 'em dead, right? I don't... What are you talking
that's a-
Now, it
well,
does
what
take a
is
lot to
he
get the surfer
talking
to
about?
death's door. He's taken a blast from the Infinity Stones, survived being smashed into pieces, crashed into the Big Bang, and played catch with a star. He caught it and then threw it
playing
right back at
catch
that
with a star
punk
is crazy.
Deadpool. Ha! I hope you like a big ball of gas in your face, you tool.
I just
Reed
binged all the
Richards, the
Deadpool movies.
smartest man alive, has said that
Yeah,
the
'cause they're
surfer
on-
is
they're on
probably the
Disney
most
Plus.
powerful being in all the
Oh,
galaxy.
they're on Disney
And even
Plus?
after
Yeah.
years
I didn't think
spent
it would
drifting
be on
through the
Disney Plus.
galaxy,
Yeah,
he's
'cause,
still built
Fox
strong bonds,
got
like
obtained
with the Fantastic
by
Four, the
Disney.
Defenders, and with people like Dawn Greenwood. But somehow, he always ends up alone in space, searching for answers, searching for beings that need his help, searching for something that could replace the home that he lost all those years ago. Only
Nice.
to be weighed down by the guilt of his servitude and the pain of his sacrifice,
Great.
which was ultimately done in vain. Because it doesn't seem to matter what the surfer does. Zenla is destined for destruction. At this point, his home world has been
he's
destroyed
immortal.
4 times over.
'Cause he's
Despite it
immortal.
all, this tragic
He's
hero
probably
still manages
depressed.
to take everything
I think
in
anybody-
stride.
I think
as he
anybody in
searches
the world
the
would-
stars
anyone who would
and
live
fights
past 100 would
tirelessly
be
to
depressed.
preserve every being's right to live. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
I think I do
possibilities.
3D or
It's
2.
time for
I think I
the
do
death
super.
battle!
I don't think I do pixelated or 3D. Oh, they're done pixelated.
In all of my journeys, I have never seen anything
Well, my guy's gonna win.
quite like this.
I assumed your journeys
My
would
guy
have
has
made you
hearts.
rather familiar with places like
My
this.
guy has heart.
Your guy has depression.
Or
So does yours.
Yes, but he has friends.
His grief put people. They didn't let his grief didn't let people other people grief.
Yeah, but he has friends.
enough.
Look how buff my guy is.
Lord,
You
I
said
can't believe-
mind over matter, man.
Yeah.
What are you hiding?
Why are you chasing me?
Tell me your secrets.
I must end this.
What's your plan? Look at him shredding on those banks.
Yo.
Getting some nar on those belts.
No one says nar.
I'm saying it, you're saying it.
There's no use in hiding. I can feel your presence.
Lord, they are depressing. I'm just saying.
Okay, let me predict.
It's probably gonna be that mind thing. It's probably gonna be the mind.
I'm trying to think. Cause there's no, you can't do fire in the vacuum space, right?
You're overthinking it. There's a dragon in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, your man's about to die. That's what he should have said. Your man's about to die. He's like,
Bro, he's
nothing.
not gonna die, man. My guy's gonna
Your
win.
will is admirable.
My guy's
Will
gonna win.
alone is not enough. Feel the pain.
You and I possess the same knowledge.
That only one of us can survive, and we know not why.
I hope you can live with the uncertainty.
Victory comes with no certain satisfaction. I may never
Turning
know
into
why
a
we were made to fight.
medical fire.
If violence is ever truly justified, but perhaps there is something worthy in the battle.
You're having a whole philosophy talk right
Yes,
now.
hold on.
Beyond my understanding.
You mean a supernova? You meant to say supernova. Right?
Yeah. Yo, they were spitting.
That was beautiful, though.
That was kind of beautiful.
That was
Why
beautiful.
are we forcing such beautiful souls
You
to
see
play
the cosmic tear? That was kind of cool.
That was beautiful.
That was.
Beings, each with very wide power sets.
This is
So they
ridiculous.
both
Beyond
had
my
counters for
understanding.
almost everything they could
This was a
throw at
short
each
ass
other.
fight.
They could
That
build
was
laser
short.
They kinda
objects,
were-
rearrange molecules, and regenerate
They kinda
their own
were like
bodies.
that, but
But
one was
arguably
slightly
the
better.
biggest thing on the Martian Manhunter's side was his formidable
When I saw
power.
the sun, I
The
knew it
Surfer
was
has had his memories
Not gonna
erased
lie.
and his
Yeah.
emotions manipulated by Galactus. So it would stand to reason that Jean could pose a mental threat to the Surfer. But the Surfer has resisted mental attacks many times. When Psycho Man played on the Surfer's guilt and pretended to be his lost love, the Surfer saw right through it. And he escaped the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using a freaking Mind Stone. These two could have gone toe-to-toe around the universe for a long time. But when it came down to it, the question was, who had the power to put the other down for good? They both have some serious healing factors and have come back from basically nothing. But if ending Martian Manhunter meant destroying his every atom one by one, the Surfer has the means to make that happen thanks to the seemingly endless well of energy that is the power cosmic. It's truly an overwhelming source of unlimited power. And outside of Galactus stripping the power away from him, the Surfer is never without it. It's like a battery. Even if Jean could drain all of the cosmic energy, the Surfer can just recharge it. And he's used that power to destroy planets, defeat Galactus-level threats, and can basically accomplish anything with it. While both of these philosophic heroes tend to hold back out of a respect for life, there's obviously no holding back here. And the depth of Silver Surfer's abilities gave him the win. This Martian
So
was
he ended
harsh in his
everything?
mellows,
Because
and
that
the Surfer
supernova
had to
swallowed
wave
up a few
goodbye.
planets.
Bodacious, Cowabunga, Hang 10 Ninja Turtles. The winner is the Silver Surfer.
If we're being real,
Thanks for watching. Stay
the Surfer lost too.
Yeah,
Because he's alone.
yeah. So let's just call this a draw.
Damn, that was...
This was a beautiful fight, though.
Yeah, no.
No, this was profoundly beautiful.
Because they were jumping off
Like,
of each
I was
other.
so like
He
I
did-
was.
they
so,
never had someone like each other
right
to
fully understand each other's pain.
you're like me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You understand what I'm feeling.
I was I was lost in the dialogue
For a
it
second.
Was that good.
For a second.
Right.
And that cosmic tear, I was like, dang. This is some anime type fight.
So you need to watch more anime.
That was tough.
Yeah, but that was bro, and the Martian was doing it too, though.
Yeah.
When he was dissolving.
Yeah. When he was dissolving, you saw
was
him
dissolving,
melting.
He was melting, and then
You heard him still thinking.
Yeah.
And
till the very end, I guess. No, this was a good. No, this was one. No, man, this was one of their most
their
interesting
best.
of their best fights this year.
That might be the best that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, but anyway, man, what did y'all think about this battle, man? Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Yeah.
Let us know who you thought was going to win. You know.
I still think it's a tie.
Yeah, after watching it, I do think it's a tie.
Yeah.
Because while Martian Manhunter loses his life,
He lost physically, but Surfer lost emotionally.
right. Well, philosophically, right? How could you lose if you didn't have anybody to begin with? You know.
Anyway, man, this been your boy Tay.
This been your boy Ant.
We're Tay and Ant, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.